What's up, guys? I'm back like I never left. In this video, we are going to be talking about Tesla and Bitcoin. We got Cathie Wood explaining to us exactly what could potentially happen to Bitcoin. The price has been significantly moving to the upside and what we can anticipate for the near future. So we also going to be talking about Tesla. So make sure you stay tuned. As you can see over here, we have Tesla stock that's trading close to $600. And of course, last week it hit all-time high of $607 and 80 cents. The main driver that drove the stock to significantly increase in value is that they're going to be included in the S&P 500. So that is a fantastic news for Tesla investors, and the stock is never looking back right now. It just keeps continuing to go higher and higher. So we're going to be looking at exactly what Cathie Wood thinks about Tesla, and also what is she anticipating that could potentially happen for Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin has been breaking out significantly to the upside, so she's going to go over and talk about exactly what could happen to Bitcoin for the next few years to come. So hope you enjoyed this video. Let's check it out.
But Tesla is still the only auto manufacturer, I believe. Maybe someone else is on the scene with it, but I haven't seen it, which can anticipate an auto's problems and correct those problems with over-the-air software updates, even before the owner of the vehicle understands there's a problem. I've mentioned on a number of these videos that I have not taken my Model 3 into the shop, or I guess that doesn't happen with Tesla. They come to the house, but because nothing has gone wrong. The only thing that did go wrong, which over-the-air software updates could not fix, was a nail in the tire, a flat tire. But other than that, nothing. And I'm beginning to believe that that this idea of over-the-air software updates is helping to anticipate problems and solve them before they occur. Two companies this week reported that reminded me that this could be a much broader concept applied to many more industries as we digitize the physical world. PagerDuty, very few people know the name of that company. They're an enabler in terms of digitizing operations in business. And it seems as though one of the reasons they are experiencing a bit of a breakout now is that they too are anticipating problems that are going on in the digital operations of any company. They can, with artificial intelligence, have a good idea of when a problem is evolving, and that they can anticipate it and get in there and solve it or alert businesses ahead of time. So huge productivity increase. And a little bit off that path, but there is some similarity to it, is DocuSign. And that company, as we all know, the electronic signature, the digital signature, they are now creating an agreement cloud. So before you sign an agreement and after you sign agreement, there are procedures and processes, and there are checks and balances, and there's confirmation. They want to be involved in all of that so that they can do the same thing, anticipate issues before they arise and be part of the solution. So that's a little further out, but it is a theme that is recurring. So we are on the lookout for those. And then finally, what I'd like to talk about is Bitcoin. Bitcoin has had a magnificent run this year. It got down below 4,000 in March during the coronavirus crisis. And we know very well, went through a lot of growing pains in that time, and I think is better for it. And I mean the entire ecosystem, including the exchanges that at one time allowed 100 times leverage. I don't know if that's still going on, but those who were 100 times levered in March, they no longer have their businesses. So I think governance is becoming better in this space, which is all to the good. We have written 2 white papers, specifically Yassine El-Mandra, our crypto analyst, has, and one of them examines whether institutions are ready for Bitcoin, and also asks the other question, is Bitcoin ready for institutions? And we think one of the reasons that Bitcoin is appreciating is institutions are dipping their toes in. Now, they're doing this not just from an investment point of view, but from a corporate cash point of view. Some of you may know that MicroStrategy has converted all of its cash, the cash on its balance sheet, into Bitcoin. Square has done that with, I believe, it's 5% of its 1% of its assets, 2% of its cash. And I believe we're going to see other companies doing that as well. We know that PayPal also announced, so it is following Square and Robinhood and allowing the purchase and sale of Bitcoin. PayPal is, a much more conservative, more old world company than either Square or Robinhood. So again, some validation there, seal of approval of sorts. And the paper that Yassine wrote describes what would happen if institutions decide that a 5% allocation to Bitcoin is appropriate. And the reason, and really that number is closer to the 6% range, the way we wrote the paper. But the reason 5% is important to me is I saw real estate entering pension funds in the 70s, and they started with 1%, migrated to 5%. We saw emerging markets, many pension funds and institutional investors moving into emerging markets as MSCI developed that classification and moved from 1% to 5% and wherever they are now. And we think the same thing is going to happen with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And if it does, and if it's, say, just with Bitcoin, and we've got that 5% allocation, somewhere in the 4 to 6% range, that if that were to happen and all institutions were going to do it, of course, that's not going to happen, but some might add more, so offsetting those who don't participate at all. That would add somewhere between 400,000 and 500,000 to the Bitcoin price. We're at 20,000 right now. Now, that is not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen for years. But if we're on our way, it is going to be a very pleasant journey. So with that,
as you saw from the video, so Bitcoin can potentially be included in some institutions, so that can definitely help the stock price to go higher. So that is one of the important things you need to be looking at for the next few years. So we have some institutions that are tipping the toe into Bitcoin. So that is really quite interesting to look at. So let me know in the comment section below if you're also going to be interested in investing in Bitcoin, or are you just going to be sticking to buying stocks like Tesla, Amazon, etc. So I'd love to hear from you, so make sure you drop in the comment section below. And also, if you have any questions, any comments, make sure you drop it in the comment section below too. If you want to sign up for Webull, get free stocks, links available in the description box below. But I catch you in another video. Have a wonderful day.